Right, so particularly for Dave's people that come to the cathedral and come to all the shows and talk about that they religiously watch us doing this on Dave's videos, I thought I'd better explain what's happening because it's getting really confusing. It's confusing for us and we're doing it, so for you at home this must be, so I'm going to try and explain what's happened. So, what you can see here is we've added a whole piece on the back. Now, if you think about last year's video, we were making the blocks of flats. And the idea was that we made Watford Junction look more like Watford Junction. Well, that was a great idea at the time, but like everything else, when Phil and I get together, it always changes. So it became very obvious to us that it had to become more of a scene than it was going to be. So what we've done, as you can see here, we've changed the back. We've made the back now deeper and more expansive. Now let me explain why. Because the island platform comes round on the real thing here. This is the bay platform. Putting in the flats didn't quite work without putting in the car park, which then, the minute we realised that to get the flats to look right, we had to have a car park and we had to have this platform, then you give yourself two other problems. That building, which is the co-op childcare building, and this building, which is a car park. So where we were building 3 blocks of flats, we're now building a bay platform, a childcare centre, and a car park. Now, when we did that, which you'll see us building over the Dave's video, so you understand what it, but that's also changed a perception of why we're doing this. If you remember in one of Dave's video, I already said that in 2026 we were going to add 8 feet into that board there on Watford, so that the station goes 8 feet further away from the tunnel. We've decided with Mike at Hornby magazine that actually what we're going to do for going to the NEC in April or May, is we're going to add that now. So we're going to go from 64 feet to 72 feet straight away. So we're not going to do this the way we were going to do it. So now that gives us another problem, because now we've added 8 feet here. So you can see, I've done this deliberately, so I've asked Dave to come and show you this. Let's just put this over here. We're now adding 8 feet here. So this now moves 8 feet that way. So we're now going to put in there, which means that the flats move this way. Which means you can see where these white patches are. They're the 3 blocks of flats. But as you can see, if we're going to move that board there, you can see where this picture is, that will be the end of that station. Then you'll go 8 foot. The flats suddenly go this way. Well, of course, they don't go that far. They'll only come this far, and then we've got more flats to put in here. So I know that sounds confusing, but if you think of, look, we do that end now with the flats, and we'll put the back scene on. But the next time you see it after Blakemere will be at the NEC, and then this will be 72 feet. And I promise you, this will look spectacular, because as you see, you've got childcare centres. Andy's nearly built the block of flats. There's some more flats to build this side of the bridge. There's a bridge to build here, well, in that 8 feet. This is going to be quite spectacular.
Bit of a choke point for the operators. They'll have to be on our toes.
Well, the problem is you're either going to build a model railway or you're not going to build a model railway.
Yeah.
So if you're just going to build what we had at the cathedral this year, which of course, if you remember, we always knew was purely an emergency, then it's dead simple. You just have a straight through station. If you're going to build, which is what we did with Milton Keynes, a scenic model railway, a real place, then it's got to be real. And stations are not 2 feet wide. You know, this is, look at this, it looks like Watford.
It's huge.
Yeah, but then at 72 feet, it'll balance. And you can get, if something comes off there, which nothing ever comes off on our railway, you can get from the front. Here, you can get from the back. We're going to take this
To the NEC.
yes, because at 72 feet, it's longer. It's never been seen before. But more important, as you can see what we're doing now, this will look so different from anything else.
Quite spectacular.
Well, it brings us into that realm of, I guess, where we always wanted to be, although it's never a challenge. But, you know, we all love the Hamburg setup.
Right.
And this takes us more into the Hamburg setup than what we're not used to in Britain. But we're staying within the confines of the railway, and we're not going outside the railway. Where Hamburg, of course, they go outside with motor racing and airports and football stadiums. What we're trying to do is do exactly the same as Hamburg, but stay within the confines of a railway.
And make it portable.
And make it portable.
So are you going for Britain's most complicated portable railway next?
Well, I think we've already got that. You know, I think, you know, you can only do this, by the way, and the point I'm making this video so that people can see is you can only do this if you've got someone like Phil and a couple of the other lads that are really clever.
Right.
Because to do this, as you can see, it's quite complicated. It's not complicated when you've got someone like Phil and the guys, and even you, Dave, doing the new signalling, because we've moved on the signalling side. We'll have moved on light years by the time we take, you know, by the time we open up Blakemere.
Yep.
We'll have a complete new signalling system. But by the time we get to the NEC next year, we'll have done all the boards, and we'll have a whole new system, and your new system will be available. And that's simplified all of the signalling.
Indeed.
Because that's been a big problem.
Yes.
I mean, the signalling's been a major problem.
Yes, and now it's all parameter driven from a web browser, plug it in and pretty much go.
Correct. The only problem, and for all them watching at home, feel sorry for Chris, look at the size of the car park. All them cars.
How do you get to the car park? Can you get to it from the other side of the tracks?
Yeah, well, funny enough, this is a car park here.
Yeah.
So you come down that ramp over there.
So, okay.
There, see it?
I'll film that when we're done.
And it comes out there.
All right.
That comes out there.
So the next thing is we're obviously going to need some traffic.
And look how
to go under
clever,
it.
look how clever Phil is, look. See the car park, the parking boxes, look?
Yeah.
All line up.
Brilliant. So, are we going to animate some vehicles going round roundabouts?
Nah.
You got other things to do, have you?
We haven't got time for that. I mean, the point is, Dave, you know, we'll be doing this all the way through Blakemere.
Right.
So I will be redoing the scenery and doing other things. And I even thought about bringing the extra board down,
Right.
but we just haven't got space down here.
Fair enough.
So I've got to be, you know, ploughing on with that. Because don't forget, we're also building a brand new cathedral layout
Right.
at the same time. So we have got two layouts going down. Too complicated for your videos, but I mean, if we concentrate on this for the time being,
Yes.
so that people can see how we're building things.
We've still got 3 spare layouts, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel like talking? No. You're living the dream, aren't you?
Goes on. Should be on top.
Hey,
Should be on top. There you go.
that does that?
Yeah.
And that goes to there, yeah?
Yeah. Just make sure obviously we're gluing it. It's level at the top.
No, that ain't right.
Side the other way.
This one?
That's it. Goes that way.
Ah. Yeah, but see, but it still don't work out.
It does, because it doesn't go to that edge.
Oh, it goes here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where it has round.
It doesn't go to that corner. Because if you...
No, got it.
What it really does, alright, you should then pop out
Down there.
There somewhere. Yes. We're not doing that.
Yes. I've got it. I've got it. Look good, Chris. Amazing, something you don't think about.
Think first always better.
So we're just breaking the power now between halving the power supply at the centre of the scenic section. So the left will be one power supply and the right hand side will be the other, upstream and downstream. And Chris is currently living the dream.
I am. Who doesn't want to work in the dark underneath baseboards?
It's the beauty of this camera. I'll push the exposure so it compensates and it looks really light, even though it's dark. Obviously you're not back from work yet.
Say again, Dave.
Obviously you're not back from work yet.
No, that's it. I saw that snow come, I thought, oh no. Get through mid Wales now in this. Not too bad.
Do you see any of the new trains? Transport for Wales we've got down there.
No, do you know what?
It's all good fun, Dave, isn't it?
Oh, I love watching people work. Oh, I see you're not messing about with that.
I don't mess about with PVA, mate, let me tell you. You either want it to stick or you don't.
Yep.
Simple as that. Anybody who skimps on PVA is a false economy, because it will come up, particularly with cork, particularly this cheap cork, because this cheap cork's got lots of holes in it.
Right, so it's very
It's
absorbent.
porous.
Right.
So it's sort of only catching where the No,
Only brought one little super glue between projects.
I wasn't bringing anything super glue. There's only one super glue, mate. Dave's being silly.
That's me.
Actually, this is one of my favourite parts of the job. This
Adding big scenic detail.
adding track.
Right.
I do like adding track. It's on the platform. There's a real sort of pleasure for it.
Yep.
Just wait for Phil now. If you look here,
Hey, where have you had these from?
I'll tell you. Yeah,
Oh,
the Yankees. You can have two.
I can't get them to she.
So the,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, babe.
Drop me gold while you're talking out.
And a child care centre there.
Would be in the plot there then.
You got it?
Yes, coming in from that direction.
Who is?
Into the bay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's coming in from this direction.
No, that's the other bay.
Yeah.
That's not on this layout.
Is this a local service only?
Yeah, this is a terminating service. This used to go round
Right,
a long time ago. The one that goes round is over here.
right.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Imagination required. Look, everything has a purpose, we just don't always know.
Well, this is ours, yeah.
In life, that works for everything, doesn't it, Isabel?
There you go. That's how it works.
You're making it look easy.
So you see where's Kevin? Yeah, comes down that bay and stops here. But it stops there actually. Look, see it?
Yes.
So then, so the car park
Now the platform's disused.
is here.
Yes, that one, yeah. I've seen it.
You're thinking of the branch, right?
No, I...
It kicks off there and goes that way. 'Cause that's platform.
I'm pretty sure that I got that day. Anyway, this happens all the time. It's next door.
As is, yeah.
Come to the front door.
It happens probably 3 times a week. I haven't washed my hair.
There's a bit of a height differential going on here.
But eventually that can go right. Go that
We're
way.
going to go around there, aren't we? Yeah, with the other building.
But that's next year's problem.
Yeah.
Let's get that bit done first, then we can start to push for Wembley.
Yeah, and then it's all good now. With the full
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The most precision job.
Sticking balconies
Sticking
on.
balconies on.
You find all the best jobs,
So
Peter.
inspiring.
If you switch to dolls' houses, you'll be good at that, won't you? Now.
Oh yes. Get your. My grandfather built dolls' houses.
Did he?
Yeah. I think a lifetime at sea got him used to doing things like that. And he built ships as well.
All right. Did he put them in bottles?
No, he puts them in Whitby Museum.
Oh, very good.
I think some are Trinity House.
Tomorrow.
Right.
Well, Aaron's coming tomorrow, is he?
Yes. So we're doing that tomorrow. So this is something I've been meaning to do for.
Have to go to my projections tomorrow.
So we did the cathedral.
You were saying before, Pete, there's that many jobs to do, you don't know what to do next.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing, you know, it's not fair to say this when the boys are not here, but it's very easy to walk in and say, why don't we just do, we just do this, and we could just do that. That's all right saying that, but it's got to be done.
Yes.
And, you know, we've just added, you know, 8 foot by 4 foot of scenic modelling. Now,
Yes.
on that 6 foot or 8 foot by 4 or 6 foot, on that 8 foot, there's 3 blocks of flats, and one of them was 20 stories. And as you can see with Pete doing,
Yeah.
they've all got balconies.
Yes.
And there's 3 parts to every balcony. So if you work out, there's something like 500 flats. So that's like 1,500 balconies. Well, they've got to be cut out, painted, and glued on. And that's, you know, they've been at it 3 weeks now.
Yeah, but it's not a 5-minute job.
No, it isn't. It's a bloody long job. And, you know, so it's easy to say, why don't we just do this?
Yeah.
Why don't we just put this platform in? You know, Andy comes in, I want a bay platform. And you go, and it looks great. The bottom line is like, guys, where are we going to get this time from? We're opening in, you know, what is it, days, 18 days time?
Blimey.
Yeah,
Scary,
it's like,
isn't it?
yeah, and I'm sort of coming in and going, I've got to do so I'm salvaging stuff here, because I've, you know, slightly, you know, this was done for the cathedral, and I was trying, you know, I was making up as I went along, but I now know what I'm doing here. So I want to. Yeah, well, it's a pejorative statement. I think I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to take some of this and use it down there. But I've also, it's like the whole thing with modelling. If you're not improving, you're not modelling.
Yeah.
And, you know, every time I do something, I think, oh, I'm not quite happy with that. I just could do something different, and let me look and let me go. I'll search the web, see if anybody does that better than I do, or if I've seen, if there's new ideas. You know, you do pick new ideas up, and then do I go back and change all the stuff I've done already? You know, it's like, and at the moment, I have to say, the task of finishing. I mean, Phil and I always sort of agreed that we wouldn't actually, by the time we finished in January in Blakemere, this would probably at that point be finished.
Right.
And we were quite prepared, while Blakemere is open, that I would be modelling. So in other words, a part of the attraction this year would be that we would be actually still building parts, so that kids, if they wanted to, could join in. That's what we did at Cathedral.
Right.
We liked the fact that people could join in and build the flats. But the problem that I find, it's like the pressure. on you is, it's enormous. And you know, it's like you go to bed at night and you're like, you're thinking of all these things. I mean, you guys with the signals, I mean, the task of changing this whole system over to this new signalling system isn't a 5-minute job.
No.
Because we've come from 4 years and suddenly we're changing it all. And it's like, you know, and Andy pointed out that this signal, because Andy's a signalman, right? Well, this signal's pointing the wrong way. No, it's not, but there's another side to the other end of the signal. But, you know, I ain't got time to do it, Andy.
Yeah. Got to be practical.
Well, you got...
Don't let perfect get in the way of great.
Well, no. The thing is, Dave, we've only got, you know, we've come back from October. We've got like, what is it, 12 weeks? We had 10 weeks to build a whole sort of 40% new layout to bring here. Well, it's only 7 days in a week, isn't there? You know, the boys only all get together for 2 days a week. So that means, you know, and Phil's down at his house doing all the cutting and the designing. I'm at the house doing all the scenery. Andy's, you know, when he's off the signal, he's doing all the thing. Chris is doing all... It's not that we're not doing anything. We're all working 7 days a week. We've got to enjoy it, Dave.
Yes.
It's about enjoying it as well, isn't it?